taking my snakes out to get them some natural sunlight. I have Orion. That goes around my neck. Natural sunlight's a lot better than the UVB lights that you normally get. And it's what I like to do. Sorry that this is going to be a short video, but that's snake update, I guess. Snakes also get really wrinkly when they've been doing breeding. So he's very overprotective of Echo, who you saw on my neck. He curls up around her, he curls up underneath her, he curls up above her, and sometimes he nips to get her to move to go to the water dish because he knows that she hasn't drinking any water that day. So he's being the best mate snake he can be. And don't worry, he's getting removed today from the tank.
Yep, he's going to get removed, and he's going to
be in his own tank.
With his own rock and his own
stick.
Yep.
Well, first I have to find a good, decent-sized stick, take the bark off of it, and then roast it.
In the oven. Okay, I got us a water bottle full of caffeine. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. But yeah.
I lost my hat, though, with
please do your research first of snake, habitation before you talk to me. Because I know what's going on with them. I keep my eyes on them 24/7.
Unless we're at the store and then Dad keeps an eye on them.
Mm-hmm. And Dad really likes Orion. Like, he's never been more prouder of having that particular snake in our house. Because he loves Orion to death.
Loves his coloring.
He loves his coloring, and also he has the same attitude as Dad. He likes to watch TV. He likes watching me play video games. He's a very weird snake. He's a very curious snake. But yet he's very protective over Echo right now, because she's going to have eggs soon. And I need to get him out of the tank so he doesn't eat the eggs. That's the one thing we don't need. I also got to get her out of the tank because we're giving her new bedding, which is going to be tricky, because she's also going to get fed today.
Her bedding's getting cleaned, and then we're going to spray it down with mite.
We're going to spray down the tank with mite spray, because we don't need to deal with those bastards this summer.
Yeah.
And we're just going to get everything set up. There'll most likely be a video on that today. I wish I could do live streams about it, but can't happen. So yeah. Do your research, please. Before you start saying something you don't mean. Like, please, do your research. So, this is a little bit of an update from the last video. So yeah, here's Orion's tank. This was his original tank when I first got him. And so this is still going to be his tank. That's what Echo's tank looks like right now. I might add a few more things to it, but that thing right there is so we can control where her babies are going to be laid. Because he did his job. He did his job. She's preggo. She's very chunky. She's probably looking for another mouse right now. I'm going to be giving her another mouse. But, yeah. His tank's going to sit on the floor until I can figure out another situation of where I can stack another table on top of this table and then have his tank right up above hers. But for right now, that's his tank. It's staying right there for now. And, yeah. I also need to find him a stick similar to that one. I need to take off the bark and then roast it over a fire. And then he will have a stick. That's his water dish, by the way. That's plenty of water. She got water. I need to get the shed out of there. So that's not a good example, but that's happening tomorrow. That's gotten all cleaned. This has been all cleaned. And Echo's looking for her next meal. It's going like, Mom, another one please. Another one please. Okay. Soon to be Mama Snake. I'll get you another one. Gonna show how I feed her, so I'm just gonna grab this one. Here you go. It's right over here. So yeah, that's the updates on the tanks. We're going to be cleaning out the corn snake tanks here pretty soon. But yeah. Excitement. And that thing up there, the incubator, is going to be used. Foot's right here. Yeah. So yeah. She got her next mouse and yeah. The only person looking at me with an angry expression, where's my food, is Dottie. I was grabbing my dinner when this actually popped up. And so I don't have the electrical, kind of stuff that you can actually check for follicle growth, but there's an old-fashioned method that you could do, which is you gotta wait until the snake has pooped out all of its food and it looks pretty empty, and it probably needs to eat again. You want to wait, and then you just slightly, how do I put this? Think of this as a snake's sides, and you just want to lightly pinch until you feel like something that doesn't feel like food. Say, for instance, something about that big. If you feel something about that big as you're feeling around very gently, that is a good indicator that there could be eggs or that they ate some substrate. But other than that, I do not feed them in their enclosures because I don't want them to get substrate in their stomach. And I normally clean their tanks when I'm feeding them anyway. So that's the reason why I take them out of their tanks when feeding. And they have learned that if they're out of their tank and in a different tank or in a box-like shaped enclosure, that they're getting fed if it doesn't have a lid on it. So these guys have learned, because I taught them that way. So yeah. So you have to wait until the snake is empty of food, and then you just want to lightly pinch around their body very gently. From what I have felt, she probably has maybe 5 or 4 eggs, possibly more, but I don't quite know the average. Well, I know what the average is. It's basically 5 to 11 eggs, but since this is her first time, I'm not hoping for the big number 11 eggs. I'm just guessing that she's going to either have 5 or 6 eggs. And that's a pretty good amount right there. So we're just going on an assumption right now about it. But otherwise, that's how you feel if they have eggs. You just slightly pinch across their body. I'm using this thing as a snake body reference, because we did that with Jaws, and she's had eggs every time that we felt eggs.